Hey everybody, it's Murphy Gray Hunter, and it is Friday early morning. It's about 12:30, September 8th. And I wanted to go ahead and do this book haul. I only have like 3 books to show y'all, but I went to Half Price Books, and you guys know I love Half Price Books, and I said I'm not going to buy any more books until I read the books that I have, right? Such bullshit, right? I'm like, we're just going to stop by to see what they have. I'm not going to buy anything. Whatever. I had a coupon in my pocket, and I actually have this teacher's card, so I get to use it every time I go. Since I'm a homeschool teacher, I can get a percentage off any books that I buy. So I went and I found 3 books. So let me show y'all what I got. So number 1, okay, in our coven, one of the girls said, my oldest daughter, she's in the coven, she's like, I'm going to do this noodle challenge. Okay, so I hooked my daughter to these noodles. They're the Migorin noodles. I can't think of the title to them. Let me just tell you what they are right now. I'm going to show you a picture of them, because those of y'all who have tasted these noodles understand why they have become our crack. I haven't eaten these noodles for a while. I saw a Indomie. I saw a I think a review on these noodles. Let me find, hold on. Okay. Why? I'm plugged. Okay. These right here. These Indomie Migorin fried noodles. Okay. Alright. So, I buy these at the Asian market, and like I said, I saw a noodle review. I was looking on YouTube, whatever, and I came across these guys talking about different types of noodles. Anyway, long story short, I've been eating these noodles for a while, and my daughter was here, and I told her, I said, you want some noodles? And she's like, no. And I'm like, no, these aren't just eating noodles. These are delicious noodles. They're not like the Top Ramen or any of those other brands. These come with the noodles, and then it comes with a flavoring oil. So it's a little pack, and it's oil, and it's all has a bunch of seasoning in there. And then it comes with a little packet of soy sauce and a packet of the Asian chili sauce, which never gets put in mine. And then you get 2 packets, other dry packets. One with dehydrated veggies, like onions and garlic and whatever. And then the other one had a seasoned packet. Okay, so you cook these noodles and you drain them. You don't eat them with any water. You drain all the water out and you mix it all together. Oh my God, they're delicious. So yeah, my daughter was like, I bought her a box of them. I gave them to her. She goes, oh my God, these are so good. I love these. She goes, why have I never had these before? I'm like, I don't know. Anyway, so when the Asian market is very close to my daughter's house. So when I was there, I bought a case for her. If you want to see oodles and oodles and oodles and noodles, visit an Asian market. Like our Asian market had a whole side of the store dedicated to oodles and oodles and noodles. Like tons and tons of noodles. Boxes and boxes of noodles. I'm like, holy shit, I've never seen so many noodles in my life. Then, if you don't want a box, you can go to the actual aisle and they have them all individual. Like 2 big rows. Just all noodles. So it's amazing. Anyway, so I bought her a case of noodles. A case cost like $10, and it was, I don't know how many things of noodles were in there. Like 48, 58, I have no idea. So I bought her that. I took it to her. She's like, ever since then she's been hooked on them. And she's like, I really hate that you shared your crack with me, because now I can't get over them. I'm like, I know. So she said, I'm going to do a noodle challenge. And I'm like, okay. She made 5 bags of those noodles. I can eat 2, no problem, but 5, oh my gosh. So she did a live on the Facebook Coven page, and she was eating, and she was like, and it's like, you know. And so finally she ended up eating about 4 bags total. So then I said, okay, we'll do the challenge. I said, and whoever wins, I have a prize for y'all. So then I didn't want the prize because I already have the same prize that I'm going to show you. I already have one for myself, but I wanted to do it just for sheer pride. I'm like, I can do this. I can eat me some noodles. I'm a big girl. I can eat me some noodles. Okay. I made me 5 packets. I was like forcing them down. I was so full. You guys know noodles are just like so much pasta and they expand. Oh. So anyway, I only ate 4 bags myself. And I was like, I'm going to outdo my daughter. So I got one big bite, put it in my mouth, and I'm chewing. And as I'm chewing, I'm thinking, what are you doing? Are you crazy? What are you trying to prove? I mean, you already have the prize. So what are you doing? You're going to swallow it and you're going to throw up and you're going to be sick all day. Do you really want to do this? You already got a boulder in your stomach from eating all these other bags. So I just went, I spit them all out. And I'm like, I can't do more than 4. So my daughter's like, that one that you spit out doesn't count because you didn't swallow it. I'm like, okay. Literally, I had a boulder. My stomach was like, ooh. Felt like a bowling ball. It felt like I swallowed a freaking bowling ball. It was hard. I'm like, oh my God. I'm pregnant with like 6 babies. I'm like, this is crazy. And yeah, I mean, it was so hard. My stomach was just like, what are you doing? And I was so sick. I mean, literally, guys, I was carb drunk, okay? I was carb drunk. Y'all may think, girl, that is not a thing. It is a thing. It is a thing. I felt all discombobulated. I felt all like, ooh, I felt all woozy, like I had a drink or something. I'm like, why am I feeling like this? And it was because, let me turn this down. It was because I was carb drunk. I had to go fucking take a nap. I'm like, I gotta go take a nap. Let me turn this down, because otherwise Facebook would be like, YouTube would be like, bitch, you think you're gonna make some change off of this video? It's flagged for copyright music. So, anyway. So, yeah, I had to go take a little nap, and my stomach was hurting all night. Turn this down. It was hurting all night. The next day, it was still hurting. Like, I woke up, and I'm like, my stomach's like, hello, bitch. I'm still in pain from that fucking boulder you swallowed. I'm like, oh, no. I said, okay. I'm going to go sit on the toilet. I'm going to go drink some coffee. Because we all know what happens when you drink coffee. Went and drank some coffee. I'm going to go sit on the toilet. So I'm there. Da, 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 da. That boulder's like, you're not going to get rid of us that easy. You wanted to be a badass and eat fucking 5 bags of noodles? We're going to show you what happens when you eat 5 bags of noodles. We're going to stay a cement boulder in your stomach for days. And just wait. Just wait till you have to poop us out. You better go ahead and go pick up whatever kind of tube of lube you need and grease us up, because it's not going to be pretty. Oh my God. Guys, I know it's TMI, but let me tell y'all, never again. It's like literally eating glue sticks, okay? So, I don't know how these people do all these noodle challenges and they come on the next day, hi! Like these people who do mukbangs, I'm not saying that right, mukbangs. I'm going to eat like, 100, 100 tacos. I'm going to eat like, I'm going to eat like, 30 avocados, or I'm going to eat, 10 big burritos. I'm like, how do you do that every single day? That's crazy. Crazy. It just must come straight out. Like, what the hell? Anyway, days later, I told my daughter, you know that scene from Dumb and Dumber where he's going to go pick up his hot date and he's like, his stomach's like, and he's like, like, holy shit, it's gonna come out. And he's like running to the toilet and he sits on the toilet and he's like, okay, I was hoping that was gonna happen to me. because when I had to eat the noodles, I had to eat the chili sauce. Now, you guys know I don't do well with hot sauce. Too much black pepper is uncomfortable for me. So I was like, this isn't so bad. 3 bites into it, it was like, fire! Yeah. And all of my throat was numb. Like, it was all, like, flaming. I was like, ooh, that is a spicy meatball. It was all spicy. Just shooting fire, like a freaking dragon. I was crying. My eyes were all watered. My nose was running, but I was determined. But anyway, I lost. But that's okay. It's okay. I gave it my all. So, yeah, days later, it finally decided, well, we've had fun with you, but now we got to go. Never again. My stomach has not been right since, okay? So never again. So now my daughter wants to do, let's do a spicy noodle. I'm like, can I just have my 0 now? Because I'm not doing that. I lose 1, 2, 3 tag, not it. So, anyway, the reason why I told you that story is because I said whoever, not everyone in the coven is doing it, just certain people want to do it. So I said whoever wins gets this prize. And so this is, I bought this for myself at this store called Fugo. It's in the mall. And they sell like, they sell a lot of different things. But in this store, they also sell a lot of witchy items. I'm trying to see if I have the, they sell a lot of witchy items, which is really, really refreshing to find a store in the mall that, well, I lied. I don't have it. It must be in my wallet. Anyway, it's called Fugo, and I believe it's spelled like F-U-E-G-O, I believe. I could be wrong. Anyway, y'all know I got that Dory disease. Can't remember crap. Whatever, I think I broke something. Anyway, so I bought it there, and I found this at Half Price Books. This is my, you guys might have seen this. I showed this to you before. This is the Witch's coloring book. And this is originally $12.99. And I got it at Half Price Books for half of that. It's a brand new book. This is a really thick book. I mean, I'm not into coloring pages, but you guys, look at that. I like how it has these type of pages. So, okay, the reason why I like these type of coloring pages is because people who can't draw, like myself, we have to depend on coloring pages to decorate shit, you know? Like, not all of us can draw these elaborate photos in our books of shadows. I can't. I told you I can do grapes, an apple, and a flower. And it ain't that well, okay? So, I like to color these pictures. And I think I showed y'all in one of my videos. I colored a photo. Then I tea stained it. And then I burned all the edges. And it came out super cute. And I put it in my book of shadows. So, you know, some people, you know, are not about that. Sorry, guys. I don't know what to do. But I made a video showing this before. There's some really cute and sassy photos in here. And so, y'all want to see that again? See. My nails are ratchet. I'm going to go get them filled tomorrow. So say, for example, you are trying to make a cover for a Samhain. See how cute that is? You could color that up, stain it, burn it, do whatever you want to do to the edges, and put it in your book of shadows. This is really cute. Again, I got this for $12.90. Well, I paid half of this at Half Price Books, but I'm sure you can find this on Amazon, but it's originally $12.99. I like the song. Something about raindrop, drop, drop, something like that. Let's see if it starts again. Wait. Let's see if it does it. I want y'all to hear the raindrop, drop, drop, drop. So stupid, right?
You know, so we ain't really never had no old money.
Come on, get with it.
We got a whole lot of new money though.
That's usually not my type of music, but.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that.
Okay. Then it becomes vulgar. But anyway, I like that song. It's only because my husband listened to it like over and over and over and over and over and over and over, and he was here, and it kind of sticks with me. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm listening to this. See? Lots of really cute pages, guys. And again, you know, coloring pages are not for everybody because I am not one of those kind of people who can get a coloring, like a, you know, like a coloring book, like, well, I have this other coloring books, and they have like a cajillion spots to color. Like, how is that distressing me? Y'all seen those coloring books? Let me see if I can find it. It's right here. It's right here. Yeah, it's right here. My book. Okay. Sorry, guys. So I bought this one at the Target dollar spot for $5. And this is unicorns, because you guys, you know, I love unicorns. Okay. People say, I love coloring pages. It helps to de-stress me. Coloring helps me to not be stressed out. I'm like, really? Maybe I should get into that. Then they give you a freaking page like this. Do you see how many places there are to color? Look at that. Look. This stresses me out. I look at this and I'm like, do you see all these places I have to color? And not even these big ones. No, they give you like a big, ooh, this is good. I can get a lot of stuff. Then they give you all this little stuff. Whoever thought of this? Like, some of these are super cute. Some of these I'm going to have to put work into because look. Because again, you can use these to, for me, I'm going to use them to color and put in my book of shadows. You know, some people are like, ew, you're putting coloring pages in your book of shadows. That's not really a book of shadows. Again, hello, whose book of shadows is it? Yours or mine? Let's think about that little question first. It is mine. If I told you guys if I want to take a dump and use that as my painting in my photo, in my book, I will do that. Because why? It is my stinky book. Not that I would ever do that. But look at this, guys. That is just too many spots. It stresses me out thinking about that. You know the kind of coloring pages I like? The ones that are for like the babies that they give them like in pre-kindergarten or like, you know, the baby ones. But you get a giant picture, you know, like a giant Hello Kitty. And you color like 3 spots. Boom, it's done. That makes me happy. Not all that. That drives me insane. Okay. So now that we have that, okay, you know what's making me insane? All this noise. Okay. So the other book that I bought is, I have been wanting to buy this book for a long time. It has been on my list. And this one is called Sticks and Stones, Roots and Bones, Hoodoo, Mojo, and Conjuring with Herbs, by Stephanie Rose Bird. I got this for $8.48. You guys probably recognize this. It's a really popular hoodoo book. I don't know how much this was originally because it's scratched out. This was a used book. And this has a lot of great information. I have not read this enough to give you a you know, to give you a review. I can only tell you that's just what I skimmed through. Here are the table of contents. Okay. Here is more of the table of contents. Can y'all see that? Okay. And I know you're like, wait, just pause it, guys. Pause it and enlarge it. Pause it, screenshot it, and enlarge it. So it's really good so far. Just what I skimmed through. Like I said, I can't give you a honest opinion on it yet because I have not put in enough effort into reading this. Only because I've been super busy. As always, right? So I'm really interested in reading it because this was one on my book list that I wanted. And you guys, like, I bought these books like a month ago, and I was like, you know, cleaning up, and I'm like, what is this bag here in the corner in my room? And I like, oh my god, I had bought books. Totally forgot. Okay, then another one. I had bought this book when, like, years ago, and I lost it when I got really sick, like, years ago, and I lost my storage. I lost 1,400 books, and I had so many witchy books, and I lost them all. But I remember buying this book as one of my favorite books that I bought, and this is the Witch's Bible, the complete Witch's Handbook. I got this for $13.49. You guys probably recognize this one as well. This is an original $23.95. This book is really good. I am not Wiccan, however, I always say, I personally think that studying Wiccan, like reading a Wiccan book, is always a great base. It's always a great foundation if you are trying to figure out where you want to be magically, what path you want to follow. I always say the foundation is if you have been brought up by family members who are witches, and you've been taught by your mother, your grandmother, your grandfather, your aunt, uncle, whatever, that's fine and dandy. But you have to remember, just because you were brought up and someone has taught you, doesn't mean that they somewhere down the line had to learn it too. They didn't just wake up and be like, I'm a witch. They had to have learned it somewhere. And so, you know, you have to evolve with time, you know, and I feel that, you know, and I feel that everybody has a different path. Everybody has a magical path all of their own. Some witches make a very unique path. And just because it doesn't exist, you know, on paper somewhere, or it's something that hasn't been written on a freaking cave wall, and, you know, because it's not like, oh, it's not ancient. It wasn't written on this wall, you know, this very old ancient rock. That doesn't mean that it's not real for them. It doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. You know, we all evolve in time. We're no longer eating that stupid gelatin spaghetti-o mold that they made back in those old days when Tupperware was in, and you're like, oh, I make this spaghetti-o gelatin mold. The hell? And I don't know where that came from. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that I think that studying a Wiccan book, studying Wicca, is a great foundation. It's a great foundation for if you are very new into witchcraft and you're trying to find what is best for you. And the reason why I say that is because, you know, in a book like this, it covers the Sabbats, and it covers casting and banishing a magical circle, the complete Book of Shadows, the Great Rites, initiation, spells, witches' tools. Tools are very important because a lot of witches don't understand what the tools are for and how you use them. Running a coven, clairvoyance, astral projecting, and many, many other things. I think books like this are really great. There is nothing wrong with reading a book. There is nothing wrong with getting information from books. Why in the hell are books invented for? You know, if we're not supposed to learn from them, why do they exist? Every great doctor, every great psychologist, physician, nurse, surgeon, archaeologist, an astronaut, teachers, they all learn from where? Books that were written by people who have knowledge. You know, and so my thing is, don't let anybody tell you you're just reading out of a book. And yeah, at least I'm smart enough that I can read out of a goddamn book. You know what I mean? Don't let anybody put you down about reading out of a book. That doesn't make you any less than anyone else. You know what I mean? So if you have a religion in witchcraft, or you have a practice in witchcraft, and it's not it's not what this person does, then maybe you weren't as fortunate to have been brought up in a line of witches where you were taught by your family members. You know, not everyone is so fortunate to have that. It is fabulous when people have that and they make videos and they share and they write books and they share, you know, sharing their knowledge. I love that. Sharing is caring, you know, guys. I love that. What I don't love is when someone who is so knowledgeable makes fun of the people who are struggling to understand. I'm sorry, I was seeing something out of the window. I don't like people who are struggling. You know, the fact that these people who are so knowledgeable and and we're very fortunate to have such a great upbringing and full of knowledge and from other family members or other witches, to look down or maybe make fun of them because they are reading from books or they are struggling or like, you don't understand this. This is not the way it works. You don't understand this. And you know, like, come on, guys. You know, like, not everybody's so fortunate to have that. Some people have to learn on their own. Some people don't have family members who are so inviting or so open to it. You know, you have a lot of witches who are learning, you know, in the closet, who are learning, you know, on the down low, you know, because their family is not accepting of it. And these aren't just children; these are grown adults. And so, when they hear like, "Oh, you're just a book witch. Oh, you're just getting information from books." Again, do you go and tell a doctor, "You're just a book doctor"? Well, I hope my doctor read some damn books. You know what I mean? Like, knowledge is power, and regardless of where you get your knowledge from, if you get it from someone who is teaching you, remember, they had to have learned it somewhere. They don't wake up and, I'm a witch. It doesn't happen like that. You know, and so I love books. I think books are so informative. You can learn so many things from a book. You can pick up a book and go on a free vacation. You know what I mean? Books are great. You know, they're great exercise for your brain, and they're so knowledgeable. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with taking something old and something new and evolving it into something new. It's okay if you want to take your witchcraft and you're like, you know, I want to do this and I want to do that and I want to do this, and this is what works for me. Great. As long as it makes you happy and as long as you are understanding what you're doing is something new, and that you understand that no matter what you practice, you always have to remember, no matter what you practice, no matter how many years you've been a witch, no matter how many ancestors or family members, aunts, uncles, brothers, or you just woke up with it, however you got your knowledge, just remember, your way may not be the right way for everyone else. As long as your way works for you, that's all that matters. You know, just because this is your way doesn't mean it's going to work for this person. And, you know, we have to unite as witches. We have to stick together and help each other out. Let's not make fun of each other. Let's not put each other down. You know, we have to understand, like, you know what? I've learned something and I'm going to just tell you my opinion. And if someone is kind enough to say, hey, I know that this is what you think this is, but let me tell you what that means to me. Let me just share you what I think. This is just my opinion. This is just what I think. This is how I feel. This is what works for me. And then state what you have to state. Because then that other person will be like, hey, that sounds pretty good. Let me look into that. But if you throw it at somebody like, hey, shit, what you're learning is stupid. You know, it's like, your way is wrong. Your way is dumb. Your way, you don't know what you're talking about. And you make fun of those people. And then this is the way you do it. Do you actually think they're going to listen to anything you have written or talked about or made a video? It's not, it really, I'm not I don't like controversy. I don't like people being mean to one another. I really don't like people being mean to one another. That's what it comes down to. It comes down to, I don't like anyone being mean to one another, because the world is falling apart, okay? The world is falling apart. We have more people who hate than more people who love. And I know a lot of people say, oh, you just live in a world of unicorns and cupcakes. You know what? What's wrong with living in a world of unicorns and cupcakes? I like cupcakes and I love unicorns. So I'm okay with living in that world. I give everyone the benefit of the doubt, and I feel that, I give everyone hope. I hope that, everything's going to work out. I hope that these people, that if someone is posting something or someone is making a video and trying to teach somebody, like, look, I have been learning this. I have been learning this, and I've been doing this way all this time. And let me tell you, the resources that I got, this came from a great resource. So I'm going to take what I know, and I'm going to share it with you. If someone is willing to do that, someone so experienced willing to do that, just put your opinions to the side for a second. Open up your mind and read what this person has to say. It doesn't mean that you have to agree with this person. But hey, if someone is going to say, you make a chocolate cake, I can make a chocolate cake. Let me show you what I do in my chocolate cake. And then you can look at it and be like, hey, you know what? Your chocolate cake looks pretty damn good. I think I'm going to try that with mine. Or you can say, you know what? It looks great, but I like the way my recipe is. I'm going to stick with mine. Great. But instead of like, oh my God, this person isn't, oh my God, you think you know everything, blah, all that, blah, 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 it's chaotic. Like, why can't we just fucking get along? Why can't we just, But anyway, this turned out to be way over than just books. But anyway, I just wanted to share that because reading a book like this, a Wiccan book, does not mean like, oh my God, are you Wiccan? There's nothing wrong with being Wiccan. There's nothing wrong with studying Wicca. There's nothing wrong with studying Wicca. I think it's a great foundation. If you want to stay as a Wiccan, then perfect, beautiful, beautiful. If you want to learn what you learned from here and you want to evolve and you're like, you know what? I loved reading about the foundation, of witchcraft, in the Wiccan perspective. Now I think I want to read something about Hoodoo, or you know what? I think I want to study a little bit about Voodoo. Now I think I want to study a little bit Santeria. I think I want to, that's great, but just because you read a Wiccan book and you're like, I am not Wicca, let me make fun of those Wiccan people. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. That is not classy, okay? So anyway, I just want to just show you these books, and I just wanted to share that little funny noodle story with y'all. And again, I just want to take the opportunity to let everybody know that please, please, please continue doing, continue being you, continue studying and doing your research, continue to take advice and criticism from other people. If you are doing something that is completely wrong, and you're like, they say, hey, I think you might be doing that wrong. How about you look at this? Be willing to be open. But with all that said and done, all of you well-seasoned witches, I think that, and not even a well-seasoned witch, just an experienced witch. I think that if you learn something and you have knowledge in something, you should share. And if you share and those people are just too, set in their ways and they don't want to learn, that's up to them. But you've done your part to share. That makes you a better witch. It makes you a stronger witch. It shows how confident you are, and sharing your knowledge. And so anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Really, I know it was way more than what y'all wanted to hear, but all right, guys. So again, great book. Oh, and I think all of y'all have seen this book. You must be a book reader. You must like to read books to get this book. There's very little pictures in here and lots to read. I read this book front to back when I first bought it. Like I said, it's full of information. And if you automatically know that you will never benefit from reading a Wiccan-based book, then don't waste your time. But I'm a person who loves to study all religion, all cultures. I love history. I love studying and researching and respecting everyone's path. So that's just me. All right, guys, I'm gonna go because it is it's almost 1 o'clock, and that means I got to go downstairs, and I just spent at least 3 hours watching YouTube because I am subscribed to so many people, and I love to go through and watch everybody's videos, and I like to make comments, and I am really, really behind because I've been busy. Oh, really quick, guys? Nothing's really quick with Murph, right? I wanted to show you this video. This book. My daughter, daughter number 3, when she was in high school, she checked out this book. She brought it home. She's like, Mom, look at this book. And so after she read it, she's like, I really liked it. I said, I need you to go to school, and I need you to read, check this out, so your mama can read it. So she did, and I really liked it. I asked the library if they would sell it to me, and of course, like, no. I'm like, well, what happens if my daughter never brings it back? Then you would have to pay for the book. Okay. So that's what we did. No. We took the book back, and I looked for this book, and back then I was so dumb. Like, I'm like, oh, I could have ordered it off of Amazon. Anyway, I found this book I found this at a Goodwill, and I bought it. And then when I lost all my books in storage, I lost the goddamn book again. So I was at Half Price Books about, I don't know, some months ago, and it was there. And this is the history of witchcraft. Who is this? I was trying to see. I thought this had, I don't know what I thought this book had. I thought it had something else on here. Anyway, this is the history of witchcraft. Ooh, the page just came right on out, didn't it? Stranger. And this is the table of contents of this book. This book is really, really interesting. Again, this is a book with a lot of information. This book has let me tell you. Where's the fucking end of this book? Sorry, guys, I'm cursing so much. I'm such a potty mouth. Okay, this book has 313 pages, and it has a lot of just different stories, different information, like diabolic possession. It talks about the witch and the holy rite. The Sabbats, demons and familiars, the worship of the witch. You know, it's really, really interesting, you know. It has information about the Antichrist in here. It was really interesting. I cannot remember enough about it to give you a full review, because it has been a long time since I've read this, and they don't call me Dory because they think I'm a big round blue fish. They call me Dory because I can't remember crap. So, I mean, if you come across it at a bookstore or whatever, or, you know, you're into this type of stuff, it's really interesting, you know. I love books like this. But anyway, I'm sorry I can't give a review. I don't remember enough to give you a review of this. So you might want to look this up and see if there's somebody who has read this to give you a great review. But anyway, I just wanted to show y'all that. And I think that's all. Oh, and I bought one more book this past week. Ancient Egypt. I bought this at Barnes & Noble for $12.98. This book is amazing. Right now in the Coven, I'm teaching about ancient Egypt. I love history, guys, and I know a lot about Egypt, and so I'm teaching about the history and the culture, and then also what the role that magic played in this. There's an earthquake near Mexico. Oh, that was gone. I read something about a tsunami and it went away. Sorry, guys, I'm gonna have to read I have the CNN, you know, app, and so it always shows me, like, you know, notifications. But look at this book. I'm trying to hold it where y'all can see it. without hurting me. I love it because it has so many like photographs in it. And you know I'm all about photographs. The illustrations are so beautiful. Look at that. So beautiful. Anyway, so I got this one for $12.98. And this one I got at Half Price Books for $3. The Ancient World. And I use this book when I'm homeschooling Jade. And again, this book is chopped full of information. Look at that. And not just on Egypt. It's on different parts of, you know, different ancient worlds. I should say that. There's a lot of great information in here, like the Stone Age, and it has stuff on and what else, the stuff I love about the Egyptian stuff. It has so much. I mean, it's just so much stuff. I love it. It has the Chinese Empire in here. It has things on Aztec Indians. This is a really interesting book. I love history, and my 9-year-old, who I homeschool Jade, she loves history also. I don't know if she really likes history or because I've drilled it into her since she was 4. So I just want her to understand how rich our world is, how beautiful our world is, you know. And yes, I'm talking about the cupcakes and unicorns again, but I can't help it. Alright guys, this video is going way too long. So sorry. So I'm going to just get off and talk to y'all later. As always, love y'all and blessed be. And I do have a grandma story coming up. My mom is here visiting me. And so we were talking about my grandmother, and I do have a few stories I need to share with y'all. I'm going to try to make some videos tomorrow. I've just been super busy because my mom is here visiting, and I've been spending time with her. But I do plan on making a video about my grandma tomorrow. Alright guys, as always, love y'all and blessed be.